आराम करिया
हाँ सर रेकर्डिंग स्टार्ट कर ली बटन अनुरोध करी हमर समस्त पार्टिसिपेंट मानन को स्काउट गाइड स्पेशली प्लीज स्टैंड एंड सैल्यूट टू आवर सर सैल्यूट
थैंक यू
यस एते जय जगन्नाथ नीलाद्रौ शंख मध्ये शतदल कमले रत्न सिंहासनस्थं सर्वालंकार युक्तं नवघन रुचिरं संयुतं जाग्रतेन भद्राया वाम भागे रथचरणयुतं ब्रह्मरुद्रेन्द्र वन्द्यं वेदनं सारमेशं स्वजन परिवृतं ब्रह्मदारु स्मरामि परम कारुणिक अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांडर मौड़मणि कोटि कोटि ओडियांकर हृदय आराध्य देवता समग्र विश्वचराचर रसष्ट आनंद कंद परमानंद सचिदानंद अखिल रसघन विग्रह विश्व वेदनार वैद्य श्री श्री जगन्नाथंकर चरण कमल रे कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शुभ संध्या जय जगन्नाथ समस्त को भक्ति भरा प्रणिपात Today we are going to observe 120th National Webinar on this Google platform. I, DR.NAMITA PATTANAIK, being the host and convener of this webinar. I'm overwhelmed. I welcome all the viewers, professors, scholars, teachers, students, volunteers, other leaders of Scouts and Guides, and special viewers like journalists and all the participants from FM University. Reverend Dr. K.P. Mishra, the National Vice President and State Chief Commissioner, Odisha. Respected Dr. Nalini Prabha Mahapatra, the Principal, Mercy College, and the President of this webinar. And my esteemed Chief Speaker, Professor Dr. SANTOSH Kumar TRIPATHY, sir, the Vice Chancellor, FM University, Balasore. Ms. Pratibha Mahapatra, the other leaders, Odisha trainer, District Commissioner Guide, Ms. Madhusmita Das, lecturer in Hindi, Imarti Devi Women's College, and little Kav, Dibyanshu, and Swarupa. Right. We all know today is the topic being higher education in Odisha, a review. So an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. We know that because Benjamin Franklin has told this. So now I invite the little cup Dibyanshu to enchant Guru Vandana. Over to Dibyanshu, please.
Namaskar, madam.
Yes, unmute your video.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Shri Gurube Namaha.
Then Jagannath has to come.
Okay, ma'am. Om Kadasit Kalandi Tata Vipina Sangita Karabo Mudabhiri Nari Badana Kamala Swada Madhupaha Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesharchita Pado Jagannatho Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatume Dujesa Bebenu Sirasi Sigi Pincham Katitate Dukulang Netrante Sahatara Kataksham Vidadate Sada Srimad Vrindavan Vasati Lila Parichayo Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatume महाम्बोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रासादान्त सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्राः मध्यस्थः सकल जगत सिन्धुसुतया जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे.
Thank you. Thank you, Divyansu. Sure. As for the version of Mahatma Gandhi, we know, live as if we were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. So be a learner. We, the teacher, is the best learner forever. So welcome our beloved Santosha virtually. For this, I want to welcome sir virtually. So I have the honor, the privilege to inform you in this Google platform, not only to introduce, because he has already been introduced in this bigger society, a true human resource, both in efficiency and capability, a rare combination of intellectual with administrative background, who has been considered as a constant source of inspiration, a facilitator, a solution giver, not only for the student community, but a guiding force for all the entire teacher mass, a born leader to whom you will like to follow, to share your problem, and a friend in need, who is really a friend in need. A big institution, rather you can say, having all set of facilities for students and teachers available 24/7 hours and accessible to all human beings irrespective of age, class, or creed. He is the motivational force for genuine cause of every interest, and you'll find that maybe a small playground or a great vision of IIT establishment in Bhubaneswar. I'm fortunate enough, under his dynamic leadership, I got an opportunity to fight for a noble cause, and united leaders, starting from capital city of Bhubaneswar, he dragged us to capital city of our country, to Delhi. We have hunger strike and so many things, and finally, he proved that he is the leader of the leaders. So really, I bow down my head, sir, before you, and I can never say I will introduce a great leader like Santosh Shah, the gold medalist of Utkal University, the NIPM awardee. All of us know he is very recently appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Fakir-Mohun University, but being the former professor of Department of PMIR, he has created a lot of professors. Now, when we saw Alok, how is Santosh sir? Yes, he's fine. He's in my heart. So if you ask any student, they'll say Santosh sir is with us. So every moment we also feel like that. Here I'm having another fellow here, Dr. Gagan Beura, the principal of Govindpur College. He is also one of the follower of our Santosh sir. There are so many followers here. He was the Dean of Management and Business Studies of Utkal University. He also held the post of Director of College Development Council, Utkal University, and many more. He has earned his particular PhD, why I am to say, in the area of quality circles from the same university. So to his credit, he has more than 3 decades of teaching, training, and research experience. Till now, 16 PhD have been awarded under this guidance. He has the author and editor also books more than 13 in the field of human resource management and labor legislation. He has widely published more than 15 articles in journals, national and international repute. He was undertaken various projects funded by the national and international bodies like UGC, ICSR, World Bank, DFID, ActionAid, and many more things I have to say about him. It will not, it will go on till the end of the webinar. So I'll just restrict my talk. He is associated with various professional bodies. To name a few: NIPM, NHRDN, ISLE, IIRA, SSAI. Why I'm telling you, he was the Vice President of the President in the National Institute of Personal Management, Bhubaneswar chapter. And he's the editorial board of many journals on national and international repute. More of less, why I'm to say all this? Because the students, they might be eager to know what exactly Vice Chancellor is. No. He is having a depth of knowledge in almost all sphere, and he is a person who is available and accessible to all of us, to the general mass, to the general student, starting from the 6th age to 65 age. So I'm really happy to get such a great academic administrator, a leader par excellence, sir. He adjourned the chair in different capacities, being the Senate member, syndicate member, and also the member of the Academic Council of Utkal University. So very well-known personality. And we generally call him Santosh Bhaina, because when we say Bada Bhai or Bhai, that means we are more closer, and he solve our problem being a facilitator and a solution giver. In that way, we are very much close to serve. So a visionary and a transformational leader. He can be a better described as a management guru, so who not only talks but also walks the talk. So this is all about my guru, Santosh sir. So now I request Sarupa, the girl for +3 from Rajraj Nagar. She's very willing to sing a song. Please finish within Sarupa, within 1 or 2 minutes. Yes, Sarupa.
Yes, ma'am.
Please unmute.
Swagatam, 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 swagatam. मन की वीणा से गूंजित ध्वनि मंगलम, स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। मन की वीणा से गूंजित ध्वनि मंगलम, स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। सारे गा मग मगरी नी सारे, गरे गरे सा सारे गा मग मगरी नी सारे, गरे सा। ऐसा पावन सुहावन समय आज है, आप तिथियों की सरताज है। ऐसा पावन सुहावन समय आज है, आप आए तिथियों की सरताज है। देव की भांति पूजन करे आज हम, स्वागतम 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 स्वागतम। मन की वीणा से गूंजित ध्वनि मंगलम, स्वागतम 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 स्वागतं 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 धन्यवाद
Thank you, Sarupa. I'll take, sir, 1 minute only. That is Mr. Professor Satish Kumar from Jharkhand. He's there. He wants to tell, welcome our guest, Chhattisgarh, Mr. Professor Satish ji. Are you there? And one more, Pratibha ma'am from Brajraj Nagar, OPM Girls School. He wants to welcome you, sir, on behalf of the webinar. Only 2 minutes, sir. Then we'll start with your kind permission. May I request Pratibha ma'am? Yes, Pratibha ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, please.
Madam, सुना जाउची?
हाँ हाँ.
समस्तंकु शुभ संध्या. स्वागतम स्वागतम स्वागतम. आजिर एई 120तम आवासिक कर्मशाला रे आपण समस्तंकु मु प्रतिभा महापात्र डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमिश्नर गाइड झारसुडा रु आपण समस्तंकु मु स्वागत करूची. अतिथि देव भव. अतिथि होउछंती देवता तुल्य. सेहीपरि जणे अतिथिंकु आम गहणरे पाई धन्य मने करूचु. सागरर परिचय तार जलराशिरु, आकाशर परिचय तार नील रंगरु, वृक्षर परिचय तार सबुजिमा तार सुंदर फलरु, समाजर परिचय सेठारे बसवास करुथबा निज भाषा निज परंपरा को सम्मान दउथबा मनीषरु, आ मनीषर परिचय तार आत्मविश्वास तार स्वाभिमान तार व्यक्तित्व आदर्शरु. आम अतिथि को परिचय तांकर ज्ञान तांकर कर्तव्यनिष्ठ पांडित्यरु, तांकर सुचिंतनरु, तांकर त्याग निष्ठा शालीनता धैर्य साहसिकतारु. तांकर आदर्श कर्म ही जीवनर मानदंड जहाँकु समाजर भविष्यत नागरिक गठन करुवा शिल्पी कहले अत्युक्ति हेब नहीं. आधुनिक जुगर से होचंती शिक्षार एक मजबूत स्तंभ जे कि 30 वर्ष काल उत्कल विश्वविद्यालय रे अध्यापना करिला परे से चाकिरी रु अवसर ग्रहण कला परे मध्य वार्धक्यता तांको स्पर्श करि पारि नै. सेथि पई तो से आम राज्यर मान्यवर राज्यपालक ठारु पाइचंती एक नूतन गुरुदायित्व. बालेश्वर फकीरमोहन विश्वविद्यालय भाइस चांसलर भावरे नुआ दायित्व नुआ स्वप्न जहाँकर शिक्षा आदर्श रे अनुप्राणित होई अनेक छात्र छात्री समाज रे पाइचंती एक स्वतंत्र परिचय. जहाँकर तत्वावधान रे 17 जन पाइचंती पीएचडी उपाधि आउ 40 जन सृष्टि होइचंती एमफिल स्कॉलर्स. दायित्व ग्रहण कला परे जणे भाइस चांसलर भावरे देखिचंती अनेक स्वप्न. फकीरमोहन विश्वविद्यालय को जातीय स्तर रे 100टी विश्वविद्यालय भितरे देबा पाई मान्यता. ए स्वप्न केवल जणे कर्तव्यनिष्ठ व्यक्ति ही देखि पारे. सेही परि जणे अतिथि जणे सुभक्ता तांको आम गहणरे पाई आमे निजको धन्य माने करूछु. आपणको पुणी थरे मु स्वागत करूची सर. से केही नुहंती से होचंती वर्तमान दायित्व ग्रहण करिथिबा आमर फकीरमोहन सेनापति फकीरमोहन विश्वविद्यालय आमर भाइस चांसलर सम्मानीय डॉक्टर संतोष कुमार त्रिपाठी. आपणको अनेक स्वागत सर. ए कार्यक्रम रे आमर कन्वेनर सम्मानीय डॉक्टर नमिता पट्टनायक मैडम अनेक किछि कहि जाइछंती, किंतु आज विभिन्न राज्यरू आपणक वक्तव्य को सुनिबा पाई जो श्रोता माने अपेक्षा करिसंती सेथि पाई आपणको सेमानक तरफरु मध्य अनेक स्वागत जणाउछि. एवं स्वागत करिबी एई वेबिनार रो सभापति डॉक्टर नलिनी प्रभा मैडम महाशय को धन्यवाद देवी. विभिन्न राज्यरू आमर एई वेबिनार रे अंश ग्रहण करिथिबा आमर अतिथि वृंद, मोर मीडिया भाई भौणी माने एवं वेबिनार रे संश्लिष्ट समस्त व्यक्ति ए जातीय वेबिनार रे आज 120तम वेबिनार रे आमे उपनीत हेचु किंतु तथापि मध्य विभिन्न राज्यरू आज समस्त एठी संश्लिष्ट होइचंती विशेष भाव रे धन्यवाद देबी हमर फकीरमोहन विश्वविद्यालय रो समस्त अध्यापक अध्यापिका एवं छात्री वृंद स्पेशली सान को पई ही आज ए वेबिनार रे समाने संश्लिष्ट होइचंती तेणु समस्त को विशेष भाव रे समस्त अतिथि वृंद को मु धन्यवाद देई मोर वक्तव्य शेष करूची वंदे उत्कल जननी धन्यवाद
Thank you, madam. ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଜାଣିଛେ teachers open the door but you must enter yours by yourself. So ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ଅନୁରୋଧ କରିବି Professor Dr. संतोष कुमार त्रिपाठी महोदयଙ୍କୁ ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ବକ୍ତବ୍ୟ ରଖିବେ ଆଜିକାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ଉପରେ. Over to sir.
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନମସ୍କାର. When you spoke so high about me, I do not know whether I deserve all this. I'm humbled by such a nice introduction. I thank Swarupa and Pratyush, I hope. Dibyansu, I hope. Both of them so nicely presented the songs and the slokas, for which I thank them. I thank the organizers at the outset that they have given me the scope to speak few words on higher education in Odisha, a review. When I talk about higher education, obviously it comes to our mind that what is it, how is it, and why is it so? Is it fulfilling the objectives for which it is created, or is it far away from the objective? If we see Odisha's history, as far as education in Odisha is concerned, the first primary school was established in Odisha, I should say created in Odisha as Cuttack Jilla School in 1822. So this was just 200 years back. We had our first school, primary school in Odisha. And first modern school up to matriculation level was established in 1866, which was upgraded to a collegiate school in 1868. That was for providing first and second year's college education to Odia students. Previously, it was a neglected aspect by Indian central government. Education in Odisha now witnessing a rapid transformation, I should say. I can say that Bhubaneswar, the capital city of Odisha, is now a knowledge hub. It is not famous in India, but also famous in all over the world, with many public and private universities, as well as central institutes coming up in Bhubaneswar. Central institutes include IIT, NISER, AIMS, etc. And if we look at the early 21st century, this revolution started. And we are also observing that this is not limited to Bhubaneswar, because if we talk about Western Odisha, Sambalpur and Raurkela in Sundargarh districts, they are also growing in respect of higher education. Sambalpur with IIM, with Veera Surendra Sai University of Technology, with Sambalpur University, Gangadhar Meher University, Raurkela with NIT, with High Tech Medical College, and many other colleges are growing. So it is the western part of Odisha also is coming up as the educational hub. If we look at the South Odisha, the Central University at Koraput, of course, due to locational disadvantage, I should say, and due to lack of academic leadership. It is still struggling to be established. But if you look at the medical college at Jaipur, the ISER at Barampur, engineering college at Barampur, Barampur University, Kalikot University, South Odisha is also considered to be growing as far as education is concerned. Of course, improvements are noted by having, if you look at total figure of Odisha, there are 19 public universities, 9 private universities. And if we look at the technical education in Odisha, there are 5 public universities, including IIIT, and also 5 private universities. General education, if we see, 14 public universities and 5 other private universities are also offering either management education or other educations in Odisha. If we look at the technical universities, purely technical, PATTANAIK University of Technology, Odisha University of Agriculture Technology, DSS University of Technology, and now recently created OURT, Odisha University of Research and Technology, they are there to fulfill the technical objectives of technical education. And if we look at the general scenario, though there is a feeling of revolution in higher education, and though there is an objective agenda to reach the people of Odisha, in different corners of the state, the statistics says that there are 1100 higher education institutions, the colleges in Odisha by 9 June 2022. And we are all observing that Odisha is not only growing in general education, but also in health education. We are having almost 15 medical colleges. In addition to allopathic medical colleges, there are 3 homeopathic colleges and 2 Ayurvedic colleges in Odisha. In spite of all these quantitative progresses, I should say, we see least interest of people of lower economic strata to be into higher education. After school and during school, dropouts are many. And still the state is struggling to reach at least 40% enrollment in higher education. Policy comes, policy goes. Policy assures, but never ensure, for which gross enrollment ratio is not satisfactory in the state. If we look at NEP still coming with a promise of 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2030. Now, considering all this, we are to analyze where we are. Quantity-wise, though not a lot, but we have progressed. We should admit it. But are we a research and development friendly ecosystem as far as education is concerned? Do our research is of national as well as international level? Do we contribute to social growth, social development as expected? Do we play a major role of change agent, bringing revolutionary changes to be into competition, as said, to be competitive from local to global? Is it the way we adopt? Following the way we adopt, are we leading towards this? We tell a lot, through our politics, and we tell a lot when we try to appease ourselves, those who are like us in the education system, the part of it, always try to appease ourselves that we are good. But are we really good? Do we care to implement the policies which are meant for good of the system? NEP has come with some challenging perspectives and expects some flexibility in education, some quality change in education to encourage students to enroll more and more in numbers. It comes to be an inclusive policy, people-friendly policy, as well as growth-oriented quality policy, but time will say the effectiveness of it, because we still are with question marks, because so many policies are yet to be implemented, and many policies have not seen the daylight before it perished. Today, quality higher education is crucial for sustainable human development. As we know, higher education leads to acquiring analytical and problem-solving skills, ultimately helping individuals to develop intellectual curiosity and character. I repeat, higher education leads to acquiring analytical and problem-solving skills, helping individuals to develop intellectual curiosity and character. Is it doing so? Is higher education achieving these objectives? It's not actually, higher education is not limited to degrees, but open to knowledge, open to education. Is it fulfilling the objectives? When it is said that higher education needs to push students to identify and set career goals that make them ready for future as able citizens and as good nation builders. Is it being done with the present system? Are we really preparing our students, our children, through qualitative higher education to be able citizens and to be the nation builders? Able citizens here, I mean, not only they are employable, but they mean that they feel proud to declare themselves that I am a proud citizen of my country, my India. A good qualitative higher education system enables students to grow in three perspectives: economically, physically, and socially. Is it being achieved through the higher education system? We know India is with one of the largest higher education system in the world, so to say, the second in terms of higher education networks. But friends, it is only quantitative figure which makes us second in higher education networks. Higher education in our country means the tertiary level of education. After completion of primary education and secondary education, students enter into higher education system. Earlier, the system was 10+2, and up to +2, higher secondary education was being ensured to students. Now, it is being changed to be 11 years, which was there before 1981. And we can say, we read in newspapers every day that our students who pass higher secondary education, even most of them are not able to talk about the basic school education. So are we prepared to move into higher education system from secondary education? This is a big question which should be asked to all the stakeholders. The entire ecosystem of higher education in India, if we look at 1,000 plus universities and 42,500 plus colleges imparting higher education. 1,000 plus universities. Even Government of India through NIRF are only bringing 200 figures to the front, which is only 20% higher education systems considered to be good as far as Government of India is concerned. So what about the other 800 universities? 42,500 plus colleges. Same is the situation. 300 colleges figure out of all the colleges in national figure. I'm not talking about international figure. Thank God that recently some universities like IISc and IIT Mumbai and IIT Delhi, they are seen within 250 ranks in all over world. But what is the progress? We claim we are independent a country since 75 years. You know, we look at all these universities created and managed by us, I should say, either by government or by the people, private people. But is there any difficulty in managing these institutions? We talk about autonomy of institutions. We talk about quality possible through autonomy. Each autonomy is really failed at all these institutions. If you look at the management system of higher education in India, central government manages central universities, IITs, NITs, IISc, AIMS, IIITs, NISER, ISER, IIMs, etc. State government manages state public universities, public engineering, medical, and general colleges. Private governing bodies manage universities, engineering, medical, professional, and general colleges. This is the situation. In Odisha, we see 6 central institutions, including Central University of Koraput, Central University of Odisha at Koraput, managed by Government of India. 14 universities are managed by Government of Odisha. 9 universities are managed by private bodies. But if you look at the figure, IIT, NIT, they figure in 100 ranks, and 2 other private universities, they are within 30s. Only one state university, that is Utkal, figures in 88. Thankfully, other 2 universities and some colleges, they are there within 200. I am proud that my university, Fakir Mohan University, this time came to the rank of 151 to 200. But it is not a solace. You cannot just make yourself satisfied with this figure, because we are claiming that we are 5th biggest economy. We are 6th largest armed force. We are progressing in such a direction that by 2030, we may be 4th economy and 5th largest armed force. Of course, every Indian needs to be proud about it, hearing all these. But I can say in this meeting of intellectuals that we should not be satisfied with the figure which is shown to us or which we see in the education system. Still, we are behind quality. Perhaps one of the reasons is education is in concurrent list. So it is in nobody's, domain, I should say. It's like what you are managing is yours, what he is managing is his. For which what happens? There is a great imbalance. If you look at the fee structure, if you look at the grants, if you look at the management system, it shows that there are great discrepancies for which it all happens. And mostly the state institutes, they suffer, and for which quality education is far away from these institutes. To me, management system matters in higher education. Of course, we are growing, but question is, are all in the system growing? We claim that we are growing, but is it a all-round growth? Are all growing in the system? Then, if we are growing, what is the definition of growth? Is it qualitative or quantitative? We claim over the years, India has become an education hub, so also Odisha. But is it from the product's perspective? If we consider our students, the future citizens of our state and the country, is the growth satisfying us from product's perspective? Then why 85% of our engineering graduates are told that they do not know the basics and not fit for employment? Why it is told? Why we still say that our general graduates do not know the basics of school subjects? Is there any gap? Yes, we grow faster in numbers and we run after anyhow enhancing the enrollment, but we do not ensure quality teaching, quality learning, quality education overall. Our education system is three-layered, consisting of universities, colleges, and courses. Universities are the regulating bodies for colleges, and university and colleges are working in unison with regulatory bodies like UGC, AICT, as well as accreditation system from NAC and NIR. We say that all these bodies are meant to standardize the education. Is it happening? Still, it is a big question. Somehow, my gut feeling is we are still around the number games, even when we are evaluated as good organizations. We have 5 types of institutions, as I told you: central universities, state universities, private universities, and institutes of national importance, as well as autonomous bodies like IITs, IIMs, etc. The colleges are affiliated institutes of universities. Of course, autonomous colleges are expected to enjoy the autonomy in terms of deciding curriculum, admission, and examination, but affiliated to the universities. But do autonomous colleges enjoy the autonomy in true sense? This is again a big question in Odisha. Courses also are different. If we look at the STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, and management, cohesive learning is being emphasized nowadays. If you look at the IIIT type of institutions, they solve the purpose along with a separated teaching learning system they have developed. In Odisha, situation is different. If you look at the IIIT in Odisha, that is owned, governed by the state government, though some autonomy are enjoyed by the institutes. It is yet to come up to compete with national level organizations. Though ISER, NISER, IIT and NIT are into cohesive education and management is in management education, they are different. They are progressing. It is acknowledgeable. But if you look at the same type of universities or institutes in Odisha, be it BSSUT, be it engineering colleges at Sarang or Keonjhar or Barampur, they are created for cohesive learning. But is it happening? They are far away from the target. Of course, erstwhile CET, which is being converted to Odisha University of Research and Technology, is doing good, and government has decided providing massive support for OURT and now for BSSUT. Some expectations are there. They may come up as better institutes. We know private institutes like KIT and SHOA are doing good because they are seen, figured in NIRF ranking within 100, that too within 30s. BPUT is yet to come to a level as it has confined itself to a controlling mechanism for engineering colleges and professional colleges. I can say it has been converted more to an examining university, for which we do not see much of the progress and we do not see the objective being achieved for which it is created. Private engineering colleges, except a few, are being closed. And it is also seen that those colleges created for making profit, compromising quality, are perishing, and those who are quality conscious are flourishing, and many of them has been considered to be universities. Of course, it is another survival strategy, I should say. In management education, Sambalpur is yet to come to competition, maybe due to lack of academic leadership of the institution. But some other organizations, even universities like Birla Global University and ASBM, they are mediocre universities and has not got a place in national sphere in any ranking. Very few private colleges are seen in the ranking. You know, most of them are in 101 to 150 ranks as far as NIRF is concerned. Somehow, business schools in universities, though mediocre, but they are within sufferings, being helpful for providing support to small and medium industries of the country. If we look at the mathematics education, it is still suffering. Mathematics education in colleges and universities, somehow we can say in some universities they are above average, but in other places they are not fulfilling the objectives. Even only institute, that is Institute of Mathematical Sciences, is suffering. If we look into its affairs, it has neither fulfilled teaching nor research objectives. Maybe local politics, academic leadership are the reasons. In case of computer education, of course, IIT, IISER, NISER, NIT are doing good. In universities also, the ICT departments are doing well. Of course, except IIT and NIT, others are yet to find good places in ranking. Somehow, I should say, from my observation, that in Odisha, IT education is quite good and it is progressing wherever it is. the non-STEM courses, which are commerce, arts, humanities and social sciences or social affairs. These courses are of plenty of uses in different professions. But the governance system, the support system, and the granting institutions or funding institutions, they underestimate the contribution of these non-STEM courses for which they suffer. Wide range of career opportunities are there where skill, knowledge, and deeper understanding are of massive use. It is known. Courses like education, accounting, marketing, foreign languages, and Indian languages are of massive uses also for creating teachers, counselors, creative directors, social, thinkers and workers. Our teacher education suffers. You can say DIET system in Odisha is not at all a successful system. For which what happens? Many people are not interested into those systems. It has become a rehabilitation center, I should say. Even people passing out MSc, MA educations are joining those systems to get a job as a teacher. Frustrated minds are into the system. Can the system survive and grow? It's a big issue because they create teachers. And if the creating organizations suffer, can they create good teachers? That's a big issue. But again, quality matters. We are mostly after quantity, that is from enrollment to qualifications. We are after degrees, not after education, for which our products are found non-employable. Friends, we have 11,000 plus colleges in Odisha, out of which 750 plus are general, 2 architect colleges, 49 pure arts colleges, 5 commerce colleges, 30 computer application colleges, 20 teacher education colleges, 66 engineering colleges, 6 fine arts colleges, 1 fisheries, 7 hotel management and tourism colleges, 5 journalism colleges, 18 law colleges, 21 medical colleges, 28 management colleges, 46 nursing colleges, 13 pharmacy colleges are seen in Odisha. So we are quantitatively not far behind, I should say. But in all India ranking, we see 1 public university, Utkal at 88. Again, I remind you, 2 private universities within 30s. Out of 17 universities, public universities, and 9 private universities, this is the state of affairs of universities as far as national ranking is concerned. I'm not talking about international ranking. It is too much away from us. And no college of Odisha is seen in this ranking. Can we blame the system? Or can we blame a particular stakeholder of the system? The government, the policy, the academician, whom to blame? I should say not a single factor responsible for this. Collectively, we all are responsible because all are running. We are still, I have no hesitation to admit it as a fact that we all are running after number. You know, when I am trying for a good grade for Fakir Mohon University in NAC or NIR, I have to show the numbers. I have to show numbers of PhD enrollments, number of PhD awarded, number of MPhil enrollment awarded, PG enrollment awarded, students progression in number, numbers of classrooms with smart classrooms, number of ICT friendly classrooms, number of chairs, benches, number of students, and only number and number. Is it actually fulfilling the objective of higher education? Because we all are interested for higher education, as I see. It was sometimes back, almost 70 participants were there, now post 55. But all 55 are mostly from education sector. It's a time for us. Should we go on blaming government or the policy? Should we go on blaming the teachers? Should we go on blaming the standard of students? Should we go on blaming the lack of interest of parents? Or should we not see the reasons for all this happening? Because, again I repeat, we are still with a degree distribution system. We are not into academics. We are not into knowledge growing system, because we still run after enrollment. We are not running after student progression in a qualitative manner. I can give you a single example of autonomous colleges in Odisha. Are they autonomous? Autonomous colleges means teachers must be permanently placed there. But teachers who are placed in autonomous colleges are ordinarily transferred at the whims of others. Principals, do they enjoy autonomy? It's a big no, because they still depend on somebody else who is the godfather for the college. Appointing quality teachers, deciding about courses, deciding examination pattern, or the pedagogy, all are regulated by the unseen forces. No ownership of the system is also seen by any of the stakeholders. Moreover, keeping the system of autonomous is an issue for all. So many compromises are taking place in case of autonomous colleges. Universities are not anymore autonomous bodies, nor with proper academic leadership, I admit it. Each academic leader must understand what a university is. Is it meant for providing education, providing degrees to the system, to the students, or is it meant for serving the society, helping in social development, helping in economic development, helping in all-round development of the society? It is still to be understood by the academic leaders like us. Sometimes we found, I beg excuse from my teacher colleagues, they feel that they are the teachers on employment. They are into classroom teaching, which they consider as the basic job. Of course, most of them still consider that they are helping nation building by creating human beings. But it's not by all. And categorization of teachers, if you see, some are UGC pay, some are state pays, some are receiving salary from grants, some are yet to receive grants. Creates a peculiar situation about teachers in higher education. When a teacher strikes for his belly, can he teach? Teaching is possible, but can he educate? This is a big issue as far as our state is concerned. Colleges are in very peculiar situation. They suffer from management, they suffer from grant, they suffer from manpower, they suffer from infrastructure, they suffer from discrimination, they suffer from differential treatments, and finally, they suffer from quality. You know, of course, many of these factors are also seen in case of universities. Parents and so-called buddhijeevis, intellectuals, are also equally responsible for this. This is my personal view. When it is a question of institution building, you cannot ignore parents, you cannot ignore intellectuals. But they have become somehow silent, as if they do not own the system. Unless they own the system is very difficult to be changed. Because it's not one man's job, it's not the job of one stakeholder, it's the job of all categories of stakeholders. Friends, national education policy gives a ray of hope because it is inclusive policy, because it is emphasizing on multidisciplinary education and emphasizes on quality education as well as flexible education. But it needs cooperation from all corners. As we saw in case of implementation of CBCS system in Odisha, people were scared about it. Now also, we are not into full form of CBCS. Resistance in mind exists for which policy fails. But as I hope, NEP will be definitely receiving cooperation from all corners. And basically, I expect that government will cooperate, will provide required support in terms of infrastructure, in terms of manpower, like teachers and support staff, that may help proper implementation of national education policy and improving the system. But implementation of policy is not the job of government only. The stakeholders need to play important roles. Stakeholders are teachers, students, alumni, government, parents, industries. All are responsible. They should extend their hands of cooperation for success of the policy. Three factors are more responsible for this: commitment, responsibility, and accountability are the factors with the stakeholders to make this system more productive and more effective. If commitment is not there, you are only managing the system for the sake of managing it. It cannot be effective, it cannot be productive. Similarly, if you do not own the system as your responsibility, it can never be effective, never be productive. Accountability comes after these two. We are all accountable to our country. We are all accountable to our society. We are all accountable to the system. We are all accountable to the institution. This must be remembered. If we say that this is not my job, this is Vice Chancellor's responsibility, Vice Chancellor may say that it is not my job, it is government's responsibility. State government may say it's not my job because NEP is created by central government, it is their responsibility. Finally, who will be accountable for the system? Our commitment, our ownership may make the system more transparent, more accountable, to make it more productive and more effective. I do not know whether I say as per your expectation, but I can only say that I shared my personal feelings, I shared my personal experiences. A teacher is the nation builder. Commitment should come from the teachers past. Then it is the alumni who are benefited out of the system. Then the students, then the parents, then other stakeholders like supporters of the system should be the industries, should be the society in general, and government should come forward with providing necessary type of support, both financial and manpower support. Then only the system can be an improved system, an effective system. We all, if go together, we can grow together. It is possible. With these words, I thank the organizers, especially Madam Namita Pattanaik, for providing me this type of platform and giving me the opportunity, the scope to open my mind. I have opened my mind. Whatever I failed, I just put it before you. I'll be happy if some questions will be there.
Yes, sir.
I'll try my best to answer the questions. Thank you all.
Yes,
Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very nice one and very elaborated things. We have got very knowledge about all the system in working over in Odisha. So far as the higher education is concerned, so the whole purpose of this education is to turn the mirrors into the windows. So let us see how far we can be best utilize the resources. We have got the knowledge. Now, I may ask all my dear friends, viewers, you can ask your questions. You may write down your question on the chat box so that we can go through it. And sir also will go through it and will read out. And sir will definitely answer the question. One of the teacher, sir, she wrote to me just now. So far the employability is concerned, what is your view about the depth of knowledge even after getting the certificate from the renowned institution? They have to qualify again the basic or the preliminary qualifying exam. Why, sir, this is there in our system?
You have the answer with yourself. You are emphasizing on the certificate. Certificate is a passport only.
Yes, sir.
It never helps the person to be employed. For being employed, quality matters. If we are educated properly, if you have acquired the knowledge properly,
Yes.
then we can prove ourselves to be employed. If we carry the certificate, but do not know the meaning of certificate, have not acquired the knowledge which is to be there involved with the certificate, then we may fail. So to be employable, quality education is important, and how much you have learned, that is more important. Thank you.
I think, madam, you might have get your answer. So, Shibnarayan Bhatta, Vijaya Dekha, madam, namaste. She is from Assam, sir. Yes. Do you have any question, ma'am? Any question? आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हो क्या, विजय?
I am very happy to see sir. Namaste, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
So how
You
do
can
you
ask
like?
any question.
She is also a lecturer, sir.
Thank you, sir, for valuable speech.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Minati ma'am, Minati Mishra ma'am, are you there?
Yes, madam. Good
Hi.
evening, madam.
Yes,
madam.
good evening. Yes, you can ask question, ma'am. It is the time
I
not
got
only
it.
to ask the question, you clarify your doubts, because we are under CBCS system and very recently we are adopting the NEP. So many problems are there. We are only doing the theoretical work and paperwork documentation. I'm not happy with this money program, but we have to. sir जैसे बोले हैं, teachers have to commitment, teacher have responsibility, and we must have accountability. So for that reason, we are doing something. But it is the responsibility should be shared between the supporters, within the students, within the parents, and there must be a coordination among all, I think, sir. Otherwise, it can't achieve. And it's a very good system. We are developing, sir, but we have to adapt it in such a way that all should get benefit out of that, not only the teacher. Teacher will get benefit definitely because we are the learner and we are learning and we are learning. But here, I request all the participants. It's a very, very impressive, not only impressive, it is really a hard task sir has given to us. Whether we are committed, whether we are responsible, or whether we are accountable. So to put ourselves in this tragic form, let us work together. And if you don't have any question, anybody, I can share. Thanks, Suresh. Audio problem. That's from OBS. Yeah. So if you do not have any question, please, we'll close it. Okay. So now I want, on behalf of the winner, I want to present a small memento to our sir to remember us on this auspicious day, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The girl who has given us time and decide the welcome song, I want to present the certificate to her, sir. Swarupa Kumar from Rajrajnagar. I want that you should award it this certificate to Swarupa. Swarupa, please acknowledge the certificate from sir.
Many congratulations, Swarupa.
In Jharsuguda and Rajrajnagar, they are always facing some network problem. So, yeah, I told them you just mute your video and audio. When time will come, you will open it. And they are very, very sincere, sir. From morning, today morning, she's saying, Madam, I'll sing a song, ma'am. I'll sing a song. So, sir, you see, I didn't know anything about this online program. So, from 2020, I have started until I'm learning. And this webinar group for children, starting from class 6 to class +3 and PG also, they are teaching me how to do it. And I feel proud that my teacher teaches me, but my student teaches me more practical things. So I learn a lot of things from them, and I could able to prepare the certificates and all that things. Chandan, are you there? Chandan, any question? Yes, sir, from the Sanskrit University, sir. Chandan, kuch hai question? Every day you have some question. Today you have.
Pranam, ma'am.
Yes, pranam. Sir को प्रणाम करो.
Pranam,
question करो.
And George Jagannath to Central TRIPATHY sir, Vice Chancellor of Fakirma University. My question is how we became a better education we provide a better education system in
Chat box से लिखी दे.
better education system how we can provide in one university. What is the methods and what are the rules?
For what?
How to improve the education system? Is it your question?
Chandan.
Is it your question that how to improve
Yes,
the education system?
Yes.
And for university or college level, how can we a better rule or regulation to fulfillment requirement of that university?
No, till date we are looking
What
at
are the
from the
rules? Mane, what are the rules?
okay, just give me a minute.
No, no,
Till date,
nowadays in Odisha industries, there are something might be so much rules are not founded. Now,
as I understood from your
what are the
question,
rules?
that your question was more related to
Yes,
how
sir.
to ensure a better education system. Chandan, will you hear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A better education system means a quality education system. It doesn't mean that so many students studied, so many students passed out, so many students enrolled. My objective is, if students are studying, they should study properly, they should get the degree, and the degree, if used, and if the degree is a usable degree, then only it is a successful system and better education system. You know what is
Yes.
happening now? I was into the system, now I am into the academic leadership. I am observing what is happening. We are trying our best to push students to get the degree. Whether they are interested for it or not, we are not observing at all. Somehow, there is a good thing in the new education system. They are introducing vocational education from class 6. I welcome this. Reason is very clear. From my example, I can cite this. Let's say that when I was in school education, though I was reading well,
Yes,
though I
sir.
secured a good position in high school examination, but I was not interested in higher education. I offered my service to my father. We had 20 acres of land. So I offered that I should be here. We should do it commercially. Finally, we should be successful. It was rejected because generation wise, we have developed a mindset that we should be employed somewhere, somehow. These two words are very painful till date. We should be employed somewhere and somehow. So finally, what we are doing? We are landing ourselves with an employer, but we are not looking at ourselves that we can be employers. That's one perspective of education which is yet to be realized. Second perspective is, even if we are expecting the employment, the general course which is being taught in the college level, in university level, is it helping us to get into the employment? The course should be shown that a student should learn and get into employment. Because there is limited choice with students, obviously it is not achieved. Because there is limited choice offered by the college, obviously it is not achieved. So those choices should be enhanced. And again, for that enhancement of choices, sufficient number of manpower, sufficient infrastructure must be there in higher education institutions. Then only it will be fulfilled. We are a dependent system. You will agree with me that we are a dependent system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are always depending on the funding agency, depending on the government. We are still to be autonomous, to generate our own fund and go ahead. Just see the fee structure. I was talking to a private university owner, I should say. In a TV debate, we clashed. I asked the gentleman that I offer only 4 things from my university, and you may give me any 4 things from your university. I offered my fee structure, I offered my manpower, I offered the general subjects, and I offered the students union. करके दिखाओ ना भाई. You are collecting 10 lakh minimum from a student. Investing how much? hardly 4 lakhs in 4 years, profiting 6 lakhs from a student. What are you doing? You are developing infrastructure as you like. I am collecting 12 rupees per month, that is 144 rupees as tuition fee from my student. The difference is I am providing service. You are creating high level servants. We don't mind, because what about the general students, where they will go? They should read in state universities. But some autonomies must be given to ensure quality education at the universities. Controlling mechanism, regulating mechanism, putting it you at a number should not be there. Rather, promoting quality in higher education should be left to the universities. I am sorry, I do not know whether Namita madam has invited some government officials.
No,
And
sir.
my job may be at stake.
No, sir.
But this is the fact.
Yes.
We cannot come out of it unless we are given that much of autonomy in our system. I hope I have answered your question.
Chandan, are you satisfied? Chandan? Chandan, ବୁଝି ପାରିଲ?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, I am here.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chandan. Yes, anybody else? Any question?
Good
No, sir.
evening. May I ask a question to our honorable sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, namaskar.
Giving your introduction, please.
Yes, sir. I am Atma Prakash Naik from People's College, Buguda, that is located in Ganjam district.
Buguda, I know.
Yes, sir. From Buguda, I have joined here. Sir, I differ at one point from your explanation. You told few minutes back that I have opened my mind. I don't think you have only opened your mind, you have also opened your heart, and we feel privileged that we are witnessing you talk. So thanks from my heart, sir. One thing I have perceived in the last 5 years, I am teaching in a college where I do not have honors, but the students are taught communicative English, which is compulsory in nature. The students, most of the students are engrossed with their activities in their departmental activities. When English comes, they are giving their time, but they are giving that much of time only to secure some good marks in the examination. Even though the teacher is committed, even though the teacher is giving 100% plus dedication for the students, that is not reciprocated properly, which is working as a demotivating factor. In this scenario, when you gave a clarion call to the teachers to be committed, sir, we are ready to be committed. But sometimes the students, they think that Google knows all, and these things we can search in the internet and we can find at a later stage, which they never do, nor they attend the classes. And this is a precarious situation that after the 3 years are completed, after they take their transfer certificate from the college, they will return and they cry over the spilt milk that we lost our time, we didn't care for to learn something new. This thing happens, and it is one of the practical experience which I revealed before you. So on this scenario, what should be our stand and how we can combat such type of demotivating experiences?
Sir, we need to persistently trying for it. Why
Right,
I
sir.
say this, one thing we are observing, when students are in the school, expectation of parents are different. when they
Sure.
reach class 9 and 10, now of course it has been started from class 3, 4 also.
Sir.
Parents are thinking that schools are not worthy places to be, you know, to be taught. So
Right,
what they
sir.
are doing, they are putting their children into tuition mode. More
Mm-hmm.
emphasis is being given on tuition than the school education. Then if you enter into class 2, most of them try their luck in science education with an objective to be either a doctor or an engineer or somebody like that.
Sir.
In class 2, if you look at the classrooms, that is not fulfilled at all. Have you ever seen 100% attendance in class 2 level? I have seen
Most of the
colleges where 30% attendance is also difficult. So
right,
for
sir.
2-3 years, they are not into the class mode. And
Right.
again, you might
Mm-hmm.
be a better teacher as I see from your language, from your presentation.
My
But
pleasure,
there
sir.
are teachers who are very easygoing, and they at the class 3 level also like that students should not come to the class.
Sir.
So finally, whom to blame? We the teachers who think that we are sincere, we can be counselors to the students.
Very
We
good,
need to
sir.
counsel
Right, sir.
them, we need to mentor them. If possible, we need to consistently follow them
Mm-hmm. Sir.
and their activities,
Sir.
and we can expect some change. Otherwise, the general impression about education of the parents is very poor. The
Sir.
general term comes nowadays in these institutions, particularly government institutions, public institutions, there is no teaching going on. I must cite the example, till date, nobody is asking Santosh Tripathi working as a professor in Utkal University, but they are searching for Vidyadhar Mishra, Siddhant Das, the old times.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that they were too better than us? Of course, they were better because in those days of those days, I should say that nothing days. Infrastructure was not there, facilities were not there, but they were successful professors.
Sir.
We are having something, not everything,
Sir.
but we are not successful. People are still searching for those professions.
Yeah.
Sir. Sir.
It's time to think about us.
Yes.
Why I am not still sourced like Vidyadhar Mishra, like Siddhant Das, like Radhanath.
Yes.
Sir.
I hope you understand. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for sharing your experience. It will really keep us going for some extra mile. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
We must be dedicated teacher, whatever may be. We don't have to compare ourselves, our salary or our time, nothing. Once we have asked, we have go for this profession means we have opted this profession. So some sort of dedication is required, particularly so far that the teaching line is concerned.
Right.
So I'm very much happy because when I have this national webinar, I feel even if there are 40 people, those are very good friend of mine and they help us to grow. So we have to depend on each other and to survive in this world by doing some good work. Let us see and hope for the best. Now I request Madhusmita ma'am, the lecturer in Hindi from Yuvarti Devi Women's College. May I request you, ma'am? Are you there? Madhumita, ma'am? Yes. Please propose your vote of thanks. Thank you, ma'am.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आभार। बहुत शानदार कार्यक्रम और आदरणीय
सर एक मिनट रुकिए, प्रोग्राम नहीं हुआ, प्रोग्राम खत्म नहीं हुआ है। Yes,
शुभ
please.
संध्या। माननीय कुलपति महोदय, महर्षि कॉलेज के प्रधानाचार्य तथा वेबिनार के आयोजक समूह तथा पूरे इस वेबिनार में उपस्थित सभी विद्वत जनों को हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन। आज इस वेबिनार में सच में जितना ज्ञानवर्धक जानकारी, सारगर्भित जानकारी हमें जानने को मिला, इसलिए संतोष सर को धन्यवाद। तो सबसे पहले मैं आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूंगी इस वेबिनार के मुख्य वक्ता तथा मुख्य आकर्षक के रूप में फकीर मोहन सेनापति फकीर मोहन विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति महोदय, माननीय कुलपति महोदय जी, प्रोफेसर संतोष कुमार त्रिपाठी जी को, जिन्होंने इतने सारगर्भित विवरण के बारे में हमें विवरण दिया, जानकारी भी दी हमें, जिन्होंने अपनी अमूल्य बहुमूल्य समय देकर इस वेबिनार को गरिमामय प्रदान किया तथा आपने उड़ीसा के में शिक्षा, उच्च शिक्षा के महत्व एवं शिक्षा का विकास किस प्रकार हो रहा है उसके बारे में भी अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण एवं व्यापक विवरण जो है आपने प्रस्तुत किया है। उच्च शिक्षा किस प्रकार विकसित हो सकता है, किया जा सकता है, उस पर भी आपने चर्चा किया और अपने साथ साथ आपने आपके मत को भी यहाँ पे प्रकाश किया। उच्च शिक्षा में उत्पन्न बाधाएं एवं समस्या के संदर्भ में भी आपने आलोकपात कराया, और तो इसलिए मैं सर आपको दिल से आभार, हृदय से धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी कि और आप अपने इस प्रकार के वाणियों के साथ मैं आशा करती हूँ कि फिर से मैं नमिता मैडम को रिक्वेस्ट करते इस विषय पर फिर से सर को लेकर और भी ज्ञानवर्धक जानकारी हमें प्रदान करे। तो इसके लिए फिर से मैं सर को बहुत बहुत दिल से धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपको।
थैंक यू सो मच।
तथा इस वेबिनार में उपस्थित सभी श्रोतागणों को एवं जिन्होंने जिसके उपस्थिति के कारण इस वेबिनार सफल हो पाया, और इसके पश्चात मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी वेबिनार के आयोजक मंडल को, जिनके अथक परिश्रम के कारण ये वेबिनार सफल हो पाया है। और फिर मैं आप सभी को धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी कि इस वेबिनार के माध्यम से जितनी जानकारी हमें मिलती है वो हमारे लिए बहुत ही ज्ञानवर्धक सारगर्भित होती है। और इसी प्रकार से मैं नमिता मैडम को भी फिर से धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी कि इसी प्रकार हमें आपके साथ जुड़े रखे और इस प्रकार ज्ञानवर्धक सारगर्भित बातें और जानकारी हमें प्रदान करते रहे। और इसके लिए आप सभी को मैं फिर से अत्यंत धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी। इसी वाणी के साथ वक्तव्य के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देना चाहूंगी।
May I request Satish ji, Professor Satish Kumar ji, do you and hello Satish ji, yes
जी मैडम जी।
Okay, आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं ना उसी टाइम, बोलिए।
आप जरूरी कुछ फोन आ गया था मैडम की पीरियड में।
बोलिए अभी साथ बोलिए, बात करिए।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैडम। ये आज उस शिक्षा के बारे में जो हमारे संतोष सर ने बताए हैं, बहुत ज्ञानवर्धक चीज उन्होंने बताए हैं। हम लोग बारीकी से इस चीज को सुन रहे थे और एक दो विद्यार्थी भी हमारे जुड़े हुए थे, हम उनको जोड़े हुए थे, लाइन में लिए हुए थे। उन्होंने भी बताया कि संतोष सर जो बताए कि विद्यार्थी जीवन में किस प्रकार से शिक्षा को ग्रहण करते हुए आगे बढ़ना है और अपनी मंजिल को वह किस तरह से प्राप्त कर सकता है। हर विद्यार्थी, हर छात्र या छात्राएं, इसके बारे में उन्होंने बहुत बारीकी से बात को रखे। उस शिक्षा नीति प्राप्त करने के बाद क्या लोगों के अंदर शिक्षा का महत्व है, महत्व को उजागर उन्होंने अपने इस विचार में रखे बारीकी से। उसमें से हमारे कम से कम छात्र या छात्राएं जो इस चीज को सुन पाए, या हम लोग शिक्षकगण जो इस चीज को सुने आए सर के माध्यम से, उस शिक्षा नीति के बारे में बहुत विस्तार पूर्वक उन्होंने बताया कि कैसे किस प्रकार से हम लोग बच्चे को शिक्षा प्राप्त करवा सकते हैं। ये सारी बहुत सारी चीजें तकनीकी हम लोग को आज जानकारी हुई। इसलिए मैं संतोष सर का मैं अपने दिल से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। साथ ही साथ मैं डॉक्टर नमिता मैम को भी मैं दिल से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि तकरीबन 120 वेबिनार अभी तक इन्होंने बड़े अच्छे ढंग से करवा रहे हैं और हम बारे की सारे वेबिनार में हम प्रयास करते हैं कि मैं उसमें शामिल हूँ और शामिल हुए, और इसमें बहुत सारे चीज़ों को मुझे जानकारी प्राप्त हुई, चाहे वह शिक्षा क्षेत्र में हो, स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र में हो, जैसे सारे प्रकार की जितने भी चीज़ें इस वेबिनार के माध्यम से आज डॉक्टर नमिता पटनायक जी के माध्यम से हम लोगों ने इस चीज़ को बहुत अच्छा चीज़ से जानकारी प्राप्त की है। इसलिए मैं तहे दिल से नमिता मैम को हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं, बधाई करते हैं, धन्यवाद देते हैं। और इस वेबिनार में जितने भी हमारे अपने जिले के हों या किसी भी स्टेट से जिन्होंने इसमें शामिल हुए और इस वेबिनार का ताजमहल जो बढ़ाया, शोभा इसका जो रंग बढ़ाया, इसके लिए मैं सारे शिक्षक को भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं और दिल से मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और मैं आशा करता हूं खास करके डॉक्टर नमिता मैम जी से इस तरह की वेबिनार आप कराते रहें और हम लोग आपके माध्यम से कुछ ज्ञानवर्धक चीज को मैं प्राप्त करता रहा हूं। जय जगन्नाथ।
Jai Jagannath. So finally, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Santosh Kumar Tripathi sir, who is really a great inspiration for all of us. We are very much close to him and we are still learning many things from him. So it's a time to get in touch with him, and you people could have seen our leader. I'm thankful for that reason. And I'm thankful to Lord Jagannath for giving me a chance, an uninterrupted program. And there is no, virtually, we are facing so many times, so many problems. But today, essentially, when my Guru is here, there is no problem because my Guru is here. So I'm really thankful to you, sir. And once again, we'll discuss about, there are many facets about the students and teachers problem. And I know he is the pathfinder. He will guide us, and we'll have sir in some other day also. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.